why are you specifically overweight? Not Suzie Q, not Billy Joel. The reasons why we're overweight are the same in general, in terms of we're consuming too many calories and we're not moving enough. However, when you really start to look at the problem as to why you're consuming more calories and not moving enough, that problem is different for different people. I'm Becky, I'm your Nurse Gone health coach, and I help you through a one-on-one health coaching program that's individualized. This video is going to be talking about why an individualized health coaching program is necessary for some people to be successful in losing weight. So the basics are, we're consuming too many calories and we're not moving enough. I had that problem once myself. In order to solve that problem, I needed to go beyond knowledge and know-how in terms of dieting and exercise. I needed to look at my motivations as to why I was overeating and why I didn't want to exercise. I ended up losing almost 30 pounds when I developed this health coaching program, and I offer this individualized program to you. So the specifics of why Americans in general are overweight could be there's too much food, poor quality food in supply. So processed foods, high sugar foods, too much food in general. In general, in America, we have lost sight of what a serving size is. When you go to a restaurant to eat, you are being served 3 to 5 times a serving size. Keep that in mind next time you go to a restaurant. There are also other reasons as to why people are eating poorly. The cost of food. So food that has a longer shelf life tends to be more inexpensive. And if you work with me, I can sort of point you to longer shelf life foods that actually cost less than some other expensive healthy foods. But one thing that I want to talk about is the emotional motivators behind overeating. So, and the reason why I want to talk about it is because once you talk about it, you can actually solve the problem. I have worked with clients that I gave them all of the information, which is eat less, move more, here's a diet plan, here's an exercise plan, and they had a hard time still losing weight. They had emotional reasons for eating. So that's a huge reason as to why some people are overweight. It doesn't fit the bill for everybody. It doesn't describe everybody. But thinking about why you are reaching for that late night snack after you've had a long day at work, when you know that your doctor has said, you got to lose weight or you're going to have a heart attack, or you're going to have knee surgery because your weight is too much, or you have back spasms because your weight load is too much on your body frame. So if we logically know what to do, what's left but to deal with the emotional reasons why we overeat. So there are different diets that are out there, and one of the things that I will preach, teach, and repeat is no one diet is going to fit everybody. I believe this down to my core. So if you are a diabetic person, then yes, it behooves you to eat a diabetic low-carb diet. If you have heart disease, yes, it behooves you to eat a lower salt, lower saturated fat diet. Generally speaking, I like to point to myplate.gov, which is the FDA approved suggestion for healthy eating for people that don't have special diets. So generally speaking, myplate.gov is your plate, whatever you're eating, whether it's a snack, whether it's a meal, half of your plate is fruits and veggies. The other 50% of your meal is your grains, proteins, and dairy. When you eat higher water content foods that have fiber, they tend to fill you up. They tend to keep you full longer because of the water, because of the fiber, and they're lower calorie dense foods. When you eat a lot of high calorie dense foods, high fat foods, fried food, for example, chocolate, cheese, pizza, the volume that you eat is very small compared to the calories it's giving to your body. So the human response is you're going to eat more of these foods in order to feel satiated or full, as opposed to these other foods that are higher water content, higher fiber. So the point of me working with you one-on-one is for you to identify what your reasons for being overweight are. My reasons for being overweight was I was a critical care nurse. I was working really long hours. I was stressed out. And I was using food as a stress reliever, as a coping mechanism. Even though it was causing more back pain and spasms, the weight load on my body was causing me to have pain in my body. For a long time, I wasn't motivated enough to change until I landed on my basement floor, and I couldn't stand up for over an hour because my back went into spasms. It was that day that I decided I needed to change my lifestyle. I needed to change my health behaviors. So I got my own coaches on board. I got my own support on board. Because although I'm a nurse and I know an awful lot about the human body, knowledge did not create change. It was the action steps that I needed to take to create the result that I wanted. So I got my own coaches on board. I did my own research, and I did lose almost 30 pounds and develop this health coaching program to share with other people. So why are you overweight? Is it because you're eating sugary things? You're drinking your calories through soda and your blood sugar is spiking and then dropping. So even though you've consumed a lot of calories, you don't feel full for long? Is it because you are part of a social group, say a work group, where every day they bring in a high calorie baked good, cupcakes, cookies, other things like that, and you feel weird saying no because you don't want to be better than other people? You don't want to be rude? Is that the reason? Is it because you use eating as a way to manage your stress? You've had a hard day. I deserve this cheesecake. Is that your thought process? Is that part of why you're overweight? Is it because you just don't know what a serving size is? As I said, that's a problem with a lot of Americans. And so you need to learn what a serving size is. You need someone to role model what a serving size is. Is it because you over-exaggerate how much activity you do in a day? So if you go walking for, say, 15, 20 minutes, you'll burn maybe 75 calories. So when you consider that, that's a slice of like a really small piece of bread. So when you consider that to how much you're eating a day, is your amount of activity truly compensating for the amount that you're eating? So I'm Becky. I'm a Nurse Gone health coach, and I'm here whenever you're ready to work one-on-one with me. If you're not quite ready yet, but you want to learn more, I have plenty more videos on diet, health, healing back pain specifically so that you can live a better life. You can live with more confidence. You can live with more happiness. I'll see you in the next one.